And now I'm joined by 4 local students who are part of the Moderna trial for children. I'm joined by Zoe, Willa, Janie, and Peyton. They are all students at the Gordon School in East Providence, and they've been part of the Moderna trial since about January. So, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Zoe, tell me about how this all started, how you guys all got into this vaccine trial, because it all kind of started with you and a friend of yours.
Yes. So I was at my house sitting on the couch with my brother and my parents. And then my mom got a text from my friend's mom, and she was like, "Oh, my daughter is enrolled in this vaccine trial, and I think there's spots open. You should call and see if you can join." So my mom asked me and my brother, and we weren't too sure at first because it sounded pretty scary to be like one of the first ones maybe to get the vaccine. And then we decided eventually that we should probably do it because it would really help people.
You know, Willa, I saw you nodding when Zoe said that it sounded a little bit scary. Did you feel the same way? What was scary about it?
Yeah, it was just kind of like, I don't know, I was like, well, I could do it, but if I didn't do it, I would be like, wait, what if I had done it? I don't know. It was just kind of like, I was just a little nervous because like they didn't really know what was like gonna happen, I guess. And yeah, but I did it anyways.
Yeah, you're basically all part of a big experiment at this point. And the girls told me before we started the interview that Zoe and Willa here on the top have both had 2 shots. And then Janie and Peyton on the bottom have had 1 shot so far. Janie, have you had any side effects? How are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling good. After the first shot, I was like a little, like it almost felt like I had like a little bit of a cold. But after a few days, I was feeling good again.
And Peyton, how does it feel to be a part of something that, as Zoe and Willa mentioned, can help others? I mean, you're taking part in an experimental trial so that other children, hopefully, will be able to get this vaccine.
Yeah, it's really cool because of how big like the world is. You're one of like the few kids in like the U.S. that are like helping like figure out this whole world spread pandemic, which is like really fun to think about.
Well, not to mention the fact that these vaccines so far, when we talk about vaccinations, it's all been adults, and kids have kind of been left out of the conversation so far. What has that felt like, Zoe?
It just feels really amazing. Like at the end of a 5K, you're like, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. And then you see other people crossing, and it's just like, it's like when you cross the finish line and you just are like, oh my God, it's almost over. And then it is over eventually.
Right. I'm sure school has been really, really tough for the past year for all of you. When you talk about that finish line, Janie, you know, I think the Biden administration mentioned today that they're hoping children get the vaccine by the fall. That will be crucial in getting us all back to normal. How badly, Janie, do you want to get back to normal? Do you want to see school get back to normal?
So actually Gordon has been very lucky, and we actually can go back fully in school, but obviously it's way different than normal. So I'm very thankful for that, but I'm super excited to like get back to like seeing other friends and other grades and like being able to really have a full experience again.
Yeah, no kidding. That'll be great. Now, Willa, have you had any side effects, anything like that from your shots so far?
Yes, actually. So I just got it a few hours ago, and my arm is really swelling up, and I'm kind of like super tired, and I'm like exhausted, and my arm hurts so much, but I don't know. I'm just like, yeah.
But you still feel like it's worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Raise your hand, did anybody's parents feel a little hesitant to let you be part of the trial, and you were the one who pushed to be a part of it? Willa, you did? Your parents were a little hesitant?
Like a tiny bit. They were like a little bit nervous, but then eventually they were convinced.
Did they feel like in the long run they just really wanted their children to be one of the first to be able to get this vaccine if it was safe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Anybody else want to mention anything about what it's been like so far, side effects, the trial itself? Sure, Janie?
So like you were just saying was like, were your parents feeling hesitant? Actually, mine was the opposite. My parents were really kind of like wanting me to do it, just like get the experience and be able to like say that I've done it and like help the community. And I was like the one feeling just like a little bit hesitant, but obviously in the end it was my choice and I chose to do it because I was really happy to do it.
That's great. And Peyton, is the company reaching out to you? What do you have to do as part of the trial? Do you have to document everything?
Well, so one thing it's like over a span of a year. So you first start with one shot and then you use some sort of like, it's called an e-diary, like saying like how you're feeling so they can like write down like how the side effects are depending on like your age or something like that. Like this age seems to have this sort of side effect, so maybe that's something that's not working out. And then you get a second shot, and then I think there's just more sort of stuff. I haven't looked at that far into it because I'm not too far into it. I've only had the first shot, so.
Well, we really appreciate all of you guys being part of this trial, and hopefully that normal that we keep talking about, that finish line that Zoe mentioned, is right ahead, and we'll be there soon enough. Thank you guys all for talking to me tonight. I really appreciate it, and best of luck with the rest of your vaccine trial.
Thank you.
Thank you.